When comparing Lawrence's historical figures, few had as full a life at 42 years as Timothy Deasy. He fought the Confederates in their bid to secede from the United States and then fought the British for an independent Ireland. However, that was only part of his story. Deasy experienced the Irish famine as a young boy, and his family's exposure to the injustice from the famine greatly impacted him and would carve his militant view on Irish freedom and independence from Britain. The family immigrated to Lawrence when Deasy was about 9 years old. As he matured, he kept informed about political unrest in his native Ireland. By 1861, Deasy volunteered to serve in the 9th Massachusetts Infantry Regiment during America's Civil War, partly to get the training needed to support Ireland's liberation from British rule. He fought in several notable Civil War battles, including Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, and Yorktown. He was promoted to captain before he was discharged, a title that he kept for the remainder of his life. In 1865, Deasy, who was a member of the secretive Fenian organization to support a free Irish republic, finally turned his attention to fighting the British in Canada, Ireland, and England as part of the Fenian raids. The legendary story of the Manchester Martyrs was directly related to Deasy's insurgent activities in Ireland. On September 11, 1867, in Manchester, England, Deasy left a meeting with Colonel Thomas Kelly on their way to a safe house. Local police arrested both men for loitering. After providing fake names and spending a couple of days in jail, their true identities were discovered, and they were to be taken to Dublin, Ireland, for their part in the uprising there. While in transit to Dublin, the members of the local Irish Republican Brotherhood successfully concocted a plan that released Kelly and Deasy, but unfortunately killed a policeman during the rescue. The rescues were captured, and a reward was issued for the apprehension of Kelly and Deasy. They were not captured, but those involved in the rescue were hanged and were known as the Manchester Martyrs. When Deasy returned to Lawrence, he served in the police force for a year and won a seat on the Lawrence City Council. He was re-elected in 1871. Deasy owned the Boston Hotel in the city and was elected to the state legislature in 1878. While serving his only term in the legislature, he was hospitalized at Massachusetts General Hospital with rheumatoid arthritis and suffered further health issues attributed to combat in the Civil War. He returned to Lawrence to work in a saloon until he died in 1880 with Father James T. O'Reilly at his deathbed.